There were a lot of parents hugging their kids, and you sensed the emotion in those cars when the kids were being dropped off.
Students returned to school in a tri-state district 2 days after a 14-year-old boy shot classmates in the cafeteria. Good evening, everyone. Madison Local School staff members gave students a first day of school style welcome.
4 of their classmates are recovering from injuries after deputies say James Austin Hancock opened fire with a handgun on Monday. Local 12's Larry Davis joins us live from the school with the efforts to try at least a return to a normal routine. Larry.
Hi, Rob. Well, things went really better than expected today. As a matter of fact, Superintendent Curtis Philpot says we had a good day. As a matter of fact, he says not that many students stayed away from school and not that many asked for counseling. There were high fives this morning as students returned to class. Staff members greeted them on buses, and there was increased security around the Madison campus. Monday's shooting shook that sense of security at Madison Junior and Senior high schools. Now, both parents and students vow that this shooting, which happened on Monday, will not set Madison back.
Walking in, it was weird. I mean, it didn't feel right, but I started talking to my friends. It got a little better. I still couldn't believe it happened to, you never think it happened to our school. We're so close, but stuff happens. Not expecting it, and got to move on.
Kids were pretty much acting normal. I don't think we might have had a couple of kids that chose not to come down to the lunchroom today, but most of the kids came down. It seemed very normal. It seemed very typical. And again, we had a lot of familiar faces, a lot of supports in place in that cafeteria to help kids feel at ease.
And Rob, you can imagine the anxiety that some of those students felt when they even got near that cafeteria. That's where the shooting took place on Monday. But he says the energy was actually very high, and while some stayed away, others actually talked to a lot of their friends and also with staff members who were inside that cafeteria. But Superintendent Philpot says last night's walkthrough here at the high school was very important because parents and students came back to the school, and he says that got them back into the swing of things, if you will, getting together with their staff members and teachers as well, and he says that really brought things back to normal again. But again, even though some steered clear of the cafeteria today, things were pretty much back to normal here at Madison Junior Senior High. Live in Madison Township, Larry Davis, Local 12 News. Rob, back to you.
Larry, how did the teachers do? We kind of forgot about the teachers, I think, over the past couple of days. They're so busy helping the kids.
Right, and you know, Superintendent Philpot says now while a lot of students, while some students did have counseling, there were some very emotional teachers as well. They went through a lot. Some of them attended to some of the wounded at the shooting on Monday, but they too have gone through a lot, as you mentioned, and they had counseling available for them as well. And he says that counseling will be available as long as it is needed here.
Larry, thanks very much. The suspected shooter, Austin Hancock, remains in juvenile detention. His aunt released a statement today on behalf of the family saying, quote, "We are devastated by Austin's actions at school on Monday. We pray for the immediate recovery of the injured students and for the healing of the entire community. Our family has lived in this community our entire lives, and we never expected anyone to experience the event that occurred on Monday, and we certainly did not expect that one of our family members would be involved," end quote.